Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It's for the week ahead. I'm so glad you showed up. Thanks Virgo for your attention. I am starting with Lenormand today. As I started reading with Lenormand earlier on, I couldn't believe how much it was lighting up my brain. I haven't read with Lenormand for so long. So I'm just going to put down 3 cards, just going to be in addition to your read. Let's find out what is going on here for you Virgo, whether you are a sun, moon, rising, Venus or Jupiter sign. Hey, did you feel that Mercury Kazemi? You're ruled by Mercury. Tell you what, it made me feel great today. I just felt, all of a sudden, felt literally happier. Like I had more energy. I was just ready to slay the day. I hope you were too. Let's find out what's going on for you, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. It does feel like there has been a storm going on here, and I feel like it's within you, I will say. It feels like it's high highs and low lows. I feel like you cannot decide how you feel about something. Just going to say this could be outside of you. It could be somebody who can't necessarily decide how they feel. I feel there is somebody who you have feelings for who might have mutual feelings for you. The 6, right? We've got 6 here. You know me, I'm a reader of tarot mostly, and I liken everything to that. As I read, I do a little bit of basic numerology as well. We've got a couple of 6s here, which tells me to tell you you're on the right path of thought. You're on the right path of wherever you're going. I feel like you're moving in the right direction. Look, I feel like either you are going to be headed to someone to give them some sort of a message, or you are about to get some really good news. Now we do have this, oh yeah, that makes more sense. Oh yeah, this makes more sense. Okay, I'll just look at this here. So we've got this, and this is kind of like sorrow, right? It's sorrow, it's carrying, you know, when people say you have a cross to bear, it feels like that. But I feel like it's because there's been something that was broken that I think is about to be restored. It feels like communication, because this here is the rider, and the rider is number 1, and you can see that person's riding a horse over a rainbow. It's pretty happy. 9 of hearts in the corner here, which is a 9 of cups, and then there is a little message in the hand. So this is a messenger. This is somebody who's riding in with a message, and I'm going to say that this here, to me, is loving. I would say it doesn't matter if it's romantic or platonic, but it feels very loving. And these lilies, they call them, I still argue that they're orchids, but the lilies, as they call them, are etched into the glass in the background, which means it's permanent, or it's forever, or it's very long. And I would say that somebody here for a very long time, what's been etched in your memory are feelings of someone. So I feel like something here is being repaired. It feels like somebody's trying to find their way back or build the bridge so they can find their way back. We have this somebody who's been carrying some sort of, it's like they have some sort of cross to bear, like sadness, loss maybe. We've got the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands in the bottom right hand corner here, and a 9. I feel like something's around the corner here, that you are about to get some sort of victory after a time of feeling like you've had loss, feeling as though you were carrying something heavy, a heavy pressure. There's 8 pentacles here. It does feel like it's something you couldn't stop thinking about. It does feel like it's a very, it's loving. And I feel like it's been for eternities, or it's been for this whole life. And although it doesn't feel like you're mourning it, I will say, it feels like when this shows up, here, it feels like it puts everything in a place of, I don't know how I feel about this. I do feel lucky about it. I feel lucky that it's shown up with the clover here, but I don't think you know what to make of it. I feel like you go into this energy, Virgo, of trying to weigh the pros and cons, the sun and the storm, and the sun and the storm. It does feel like it has to do with someone that maybe you were in love with, had platonic love with, someone you would consider be the closest person in your life. It does feel like it has something to do with romantic energy, possibly, because we do have the Jack of Hearts here, which is the Knight of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles here. I really do believe you have some wisdom and are trying to control your fire, but I think it's causing some sort of aggravation within you. It's like you can't make a decision. Is this something that I should be mad about, angry about, or is this something that is trying to make me see something from a different point of view or try to have a breakthrough? Maybe the sun is trying to show you that there is hope, you know, as the sun through the clouds after a storm. That's what sometimes causes the rainbow. Let's look at some tarot, see what else we can tell about this situation. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. It is a reading for the week ahead, whenever you find this, friend. It means if you find it a year from now, it'll be for the week ahead. Don't forget, Virgo, you have 5 more days to sign up for a private reading if that's what you want to do. Please look in the pinned comment, find your code, hit the link to Hypsee. All right, let's find out what else is going on for Virgo here. We do have the 8 of Cups. We have the Star. That's very interesting to go along with these cards here. You know, it does feel like you may have walked away from something in the past. It feels like you probably walked away from someone or something that was maybe on and off again. Maybe made you happy and sad and stormy, and then the sun was out. Like, it feels not very stable. Like she's built a little bridge with her wands across here to get over, I would say, the emotional stuff. But I feel like you have healed from this since, but I feel like you're going to get a message. It's going to make you happy, 9 of Cups, but I also feel like it sort of feels like somebody is trying to find their way back to you because they've never been able to stop thinking about you. You are literally etched permanently in their mind. They're thinking about the partnership you had, whether it's platonic or romantic. Let's keep going here. We've got the 8 of Wands. Ooh, the Death card is here. Something's about to change. We're about to repeat a cycle. The 2 of Swords is here. Look, the Death card, when the Death card shows up, it says either this completely changes into something it never was, like completely different, like the butterfly in the cocoon, right? That literally is digesting itself and comes out something completely different than what it went in. So something here has to completely change, or it's done. It's over. So I think that's sort of your rule of thumb. When this person shows up or the message shows up, the messenger is coming in with a happy message, whether you think it's happy or not. It feels like you then have a decision to make. Is this water under the bridge? Am I over all of the emotional hurt? It feels like you've already healed, or that you have been in a healing energy for a while. I was saying that about the 3 here, right? The 3 on these lilies here. It does feel like this is a long-time love, but it feels like it was a partnership as well. We've got the 3 of Pentacles here. So I feel like you might be the one that walked away. You might have walked away and realized that you were settling for something. And so you made a really hard decision. I think this hard decision is coming up in the future as well. That's why I said I thought it was repeating a cycle. Because I think this began with you making a hard decision, and I think the hard decision is about to come back. Is what it feels like. Yeah. After a period of healing, somebody here wants to give practical reciprocal energy. This is not Cups energy. This is practical reciprocal energy. Tell me about this 8 of Cups, please. Tell me about the 8 of Cups. You may have walked away from someone to go towards someone else. It could be that. But it feels like you had a very close relationship with this person. I think wherever you are now, Virgo, you're on the right path doing the right thing, because it's got a couple 6s here. Tell me about the 8 of Cups. We've got the Magician. We've got the Hermit energy. You didn't take this lightly. You didn't just, okay, I'm out. You thought about it for a very long time. It feels as though you kept how you felt about the situation under the surface. You disciplined your emotions. You disciplined your feelings. That was the best way for you in your mind. It was the best way for us both to get some sort of success or victory out of the situation, even though we're in a hard place. The Hermit energy is here. I feel like you thought about it. Am I worth it? Do I have enough? Am I enough? It feels like you were going through some sort of a dark night of the soul or spiritual awakening, and you were keeping all of your feelings under the surface. The Magician is here. I think that's what was happening. You were being born into your Magician energy. Because we start off with the Fool, but the Fool is like a place we've never been before, so we don't really know what we're doing. We're just kind of feeling around in the dark. And then the next card that shows up is the Magician. That's when we get all of our tools. And we are told, look, ball's in your court, man. Go run with it. Do whatever you want to do, because your reality is how you create it. And when you realized in Hermit energy that you were the one that was in charge of creating your own reality, I think that you realized that it was time to go. That this isn't what you wanted for your reality. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Look, I feel like it's been a while, and I feel like you've got some good solid boundaries. And boundaries aren't on, you don't put those boundaries on other people. They're on you. You decided these are the promises I've made to myself, and I'm still going to keep these boundaries. Because I think that whatever changed you, transformed you, or ended, really taught you that anyone that shows up in your life automatically gets met at the property line. They automatically get my boundaries. We'll talk over the fence, Ace of Swords, but I'm not necessarily letting you into the yard. It feels like you have a good set of boundaries because of something that totally crashed your universe. Like totally crashed into you, ended something here, and you had to go. We've got the Nine of Cups. I love that. Because the Nine of Cups is what's coming in with the Rider. And then we've got the Ten of Cups. So it feels as though you decided it was water under the bridge. I think that once you healed from it, the next card here is the Seven of Cups. It feels like somebody really had to make a decision to keep moving forward. I really have to let this emotion go. I'm just going to build some boundaries and know that it won't happen again. I feel like whoever is showing up, whatever is showing up, it feels like it shows up by phone call or it could show up by mail. She's carrying a letter. The Ace of Swords is here. It feels like there is a phone call or a text. Somebody's got your phone number. They may have gotten it from someone else. And I feel like you get a very happy text. Hey, how you doing? So-and-so gave me your number, and I thought that maybe we could get together, build this bridge, and let go of this. Because somebody here cannot stop thinking about you. You're etched in their mind forever. I'm going to say that I feel like once you did finally make your decision, you just went. One fell swoop, you went. And you knew that you needed to get to a place where you had to heal. It feels like there was something here that you couldn't make a decision about, or something that was, it feels like that you were living in a very unstable environment, possibly with someone who was a fire sign. Libra, Aries, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but we've got the King of Wands here. I'm going to see what the Three of Pentacles is all about, because I feel like after it ended, you had to rebuild by yourself. You had to heal. You had to rebuild by yourself. I feel like you're already in a new community, possibly in a new partnership. It feels like you know people who you trust. It feels like you might have a new job. It's like you have a whole new life. You have completely changed the way you are. You don't even look the same anymore. Total transformation. We've got Five of Pentacles. We've got Page of Wands. Yeah, this person's resourceful. And they felt like the door was still open. It feels like they're resourceful because the Page of Wands is here, is very curious, and will do the digging, right? Do the digging, whatever I have to do. I'm very this person is very excited about the idea that they have that they might be able to talk to you again. It feels though that this person's been out of your life for a long while. The Five of Pentacles is here. But the World card is in the reverse. You see what I mean? You've been etched in this person's mind forever, and they still haven't stopped thinking about you. So I do believe that so much has changed, and there's so much water under the bridge, I will say, that it feels like you're in a very happy place. You had to learn how to be in the Nine of Cups all by yourself. The Nine of Cups, the nines are something we build by ourselves. It's independent energy. And so I feel like with this Nine of Cups that you built a life of wish fulfillment. Once you realized that you were the one in charge, you were creating your own reality, you started to attract the things that you wanted. because you turned into what you wanted. So you wanted the 10 of Cups, you became the 10 of Cups. You wanted to be the 9 of Cups, you became the 9 of Cups. It feels like you have clarity on what you want, so you start attracting it all, and I think your life is completely different. I feel like you are either maybe in a job that gives you attention, or you might be under the spotlight, or you might be working in a place where anybody can walk in and get a service, so you can't stop them from showing up. It feels like you are the center of attention, or maybe you own a business, because the 9 of Cups is here. It feels like that you've built something that makes you very happy, and it feels like someplace where you are very much in the spotlight, doing your own thing, minding your business, people cheering you on, and then boom, there it is. There it is, the Page of Cups. It feels like somebody shows up out of nowhere. I don't think you're going to expect it. It's like somebody shows up out of nowhere with some kind of an offer. Now, it's not an offer of, I love you, please get back together with me. That's not what it is. It's pentacle. It's practical. It's like, hey, can we get away for a coffee? Like, it feels like it shocks you or surprises you. Look at that. This person still feels very, very attached to you, or they feel like you're attached to them. They've obsessively been thinking about how they're going to give you this offer and whether or not you are going to say yes or not. The 4 of Cups is here. This is way outside your comfort zone, and I think you're the person that probably rejected their emotional energy, and I think you're already in another long-term thing. Or you are in better control of your time, energy, effort, health, money. It feels like you've really built something of worth that you are probably very engaged in. Very deeply engaged in. So it's probably another relationship or a business that you run. If it's a business, this person might even show up at your work. I'm just saying, if they know where you work. The Hierophant is here. You're already in a long-term commitment. So I feel like you're already somebody who has moved on. 6 of Swords is here. You've moved on from chaos to a calmer place. It feels like if you're not already in a relationship, your life is doing really good. It's very abundant and stable and nourished. And I feel like your health is good, and you probably have better mental health, emotional health, and mental health. That's what it looks like. So look, we're going to go into the extended. If you want to be in the extended with us, then please look at the top of the pinned comments. Sorry, the top of the comments is where the pinned comment is. If you want to come into the extended, that's where I pull this all apart. We're going to clarify all of this and find out what's going on here exactly. And if you are interested in coming there, please know that that's where we'll be. There is a private reading sale on right now for everyone. You have 5 days to get in on the private reading sessions. I'll be closing them soon because look, it's I don't want to be late and it's getting a little bit overwhelming. So if you want to get in, you might want to get in now. If you are somebody who's in the membership, there's actually a different type of sale for you there. If you'll please go there and look at the community board, you will see your part of or the sale that's on for you. If you want to come into the extended, that's where I'm going to be next. And if you don't, that's cool. I'll be back because I'm always back. Thanks, Virgo, for hanging out with me for a bit. Take care. Bye-bye.